He claims he's got military support. I know for a fact he doesn't. All the accounts that he thought he had, he doesn't. I have them. I have shut down all of his funding all the way around him because of his criminal activities, and he would not listen or respond to me. I communicated back and forth with this so-called CIA guy they've got, this Jesus Barreros, and they don't even know about him. And I've run everybody up the flagpole, and none of them have come back down. So as far as the Republic is concerned, the Republic that's in place now is the Republic that's going to stay. The Republic involved with Tim Turner, in both names, it makes no difference. Tim's about to go to jail, and everybody involved with him is going to be picked up. So
what is the criminal
dead in the water?
What is the criminal activity from your understanding? What is the criminal activity that he has done from your understanding, Richard?
Well, the criminal activity that I was with this morning with the FBI is he had a well-known money launderer named Tama Puna that was trying to steal money from one of the clients I was trying to assist in moving his bank account. And I tried to warn them. I tried to warn them about him, and they wouldn't listen. So now the FBI's got all that paperwork.
Okay, so it was a money laundering issue on that front.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy.
Just so you know, I have had like almost zero insight as to what's been going on the funding side.
I understand through Jerry, you gave Tim $21,000 to give to Tama, and all you did was extend his vacation with his girlfriend. I got eyes on.
Yeah, not me. I don't know who did that. So, not me. So whatever the source of that information, unless they stole it and I don't know about it, I mean, who knows what's possible in our electronic world, but I'm not aware of any funds that I've given to anybody for that purpose.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just
unless you know, I have given some funds to individuals because of personal needs and imminent bankruptcies and other issues. Now, if those individuals were presenting themselves to me under an alias, don't know about that. Yeah. But I haven't given anybody by that name any funds at all. I mean, I'm not even sure I would say I could recognize who Tama Huna is. I've seen a couple emails about someone that was attempting to do some international stuff for Tim in terms of getting some funds moved. Whether that's the same person or not, I'd have to go back and look at the couple of emails that I've seen float across my computer. Yeah.
Well, Tim claims that the Lee family is supporting him, and I can't see how the Lee family would have anything to do with it because of the danger of the nature of the business. Tim's too hot. He's too hot. He's making too many big claims, and he's got no ass to back them up. He doesn't have any money.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Yeah, and unless the dinar hits, he's not going to have any funding. And what I want to know is I want to know what deal him and Tom Schultz made when Tom Schultz went and made a deal with the Queen of England, because he met with her. Because it's just all adding up that what Tim is trying to do is to lead everybody to jail. The man makes no sense whatsoever. He's lying through his teeth. And to have all of these people around him advising him, they're all crazy. They're all going to go to jail. They'll never make it to The Hague. If they do, they will not come home.
Well, so...
And everybody involved in the higher echelons will all be arrested.
Well, then the obvious question comes to be, so what's the plan? I mean, the assumption we always had, those of us that were involved in the process from early on, we assumed that these guys were legitimate, what they were doing was legitimate, the establishment, receiving and restoring of the Republic was legitimate, and that if we didn't do this, when the de facto collapses, which I assume is still a likely scenario, we're going to have serious civil unrest and anarchy in the country.
What makes you think that the de facto is going to collapse when they have the power to posture themselves and prop themselves up? They can just keep printing money until something happens. What makes you think they're going to collapse? And what in God's name makes you think they're going to hand anything over to a janitor? Which Tim Turner's nothing more than a janitor. You don't hand over the keys to IBM to the cleaning crew.
Well, I don't think they'll hand over the keys to anybody. I don't see that scenario happening at all. I mean, it all comes down to what's the military going to do?
Military's not going to go against its own, but they're certainly laughing at the joke of Tim Turner claiming that he has the full support of the military. They think the guy is a loon. He's insane. I think Tim Turner's trying to commit suicide by way of law enforcement.
See, one of the frustrations for me, Richard, honestly, is I get the input from side A, I get the input from side B, totally contradictory. There's no consistency. There's tons of disinformation, misinformation going all over the place. And I'm sitting there saying, I don't know what to believe.
Information is just dead-ass wrong.
Yeah.
Every intelligent source that I communicate with goes, this guy's a joke. He's just wrong. And he keeps, I don't know what they're smoking out there in California, but I tell you what, this is not the Tim Turner I knew. I mean, I met the man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at one point in time, my understanding is you were helping to see if you could get this thing to go successfully.
I was, and they couldn't perform, so they were told to go chase phantoms, and that was one of the richest groups in America. I mean, they gave them everything they could possibly imagine, and they didn't know what to do with it because they sat there with their thumb up their ass, and I'm not going to do their work for them. And the bottom line is, I know exactly what to do. Jerry told them what to do. They didn't pay attention to that. So at that point in time, I just determined that that this whole thing's dead in the water, and any further involvement is going to get everybody hurt. And when the theft started, the attempted theft started to happen to one of the clients, I tried to warn Tim and sent the paperwork off to Jesus. And Jesus, I think, was holding it back from Tim not to let him see it. They're all just a bunch of, it's like 5 Barney Fifes there with only 5 bullets. They're going to take on the world. They're idiots. You can't break the constitutional law. The de jure republic, the one that's in place now, seated peacefully, is the only one that's going to survive. All the rest of these people are all going to jail.
Well, what is the plan for that republic going forward? What do they plan to do? How are they going to get to the end point?
Don't know. There's nothing's going to happen until Tim is completely out of the way and out of the picture. And all of his cronies and all of the idiots that were involved in all that crap are all gone. Got to get rid of the hostile forces. See, what they don't understand, what he doesn't understand is creating a new government. It's going to get him killed. You can't create a new government inside the government. And just because he's tried all this crap, he's been so discredited around the world. I mean, Interpol right now is watching Tama, and we know where Tama is. Every 20 minutes, we know where this guy is. And he's not going to pop his head up again in Hong Kong until he runs out of money. And he's going to scam somebody else for money. The guy's left a whole line of carnage here in the United States where everybody lost a lot of money to this guy. He just cheated him, ripped him off. He's a smooth talker.
What's this guy's name, Richard?
Tama Puna. Tamapuna.
Okay. And he's just a flat-out swindler type person?
Yeah, Tim knew it. I tried to warn him. The NSA even said stay away from this guy. SOCOM said stay away from this guy. Everybody said stay away from this guy. I'm sorry I introduced him to Tim, but he wanted to speak to Mr. Turner, so I let him go. He claimed to be related to the elders. He's not. He told Tim he had all this gold for him. He didn't. Tim just sucked it up and ran with it. I tried to warn him. He wouldn't listen. That is not a leader I want to be involved with. If they don't listen to fair warning and their ego is going to keep driving them forward. He knew all the details. He knows he doesn't have any money. He knows he has no chance whatsoever. The only thing he can do is gather up a bunch of people for the de facto government to put in internment camps.
Well, on that note, so what's relative to the de jure grand juries that were created back in March? Are they viable? Are they legit?
Yep. Anything that is done by the constitutional law and inside the framework of the Constitution and under the common law court, they're approved and okay. The FBI's approved them. Everybody's approved them. And they're inside the republic. You can't form a government outside the republic, and that's what Tim has done. So he's delusional at the least to think that the government is going to be handing stuff over to him. No way. He's not the president of anything. There's nothing there for him except jail. And like I said, I believe with all these armed goons they have, that the FBI's prepared for it. They know. They've been watching him. Jerry made it real clear. And if there's a single shot fired, they're all going down. Period.
Well, just on a side note,
it'll be under extreme prejudice.
Say again, Richard.
I said they're going to be hunted at extreme prejudice. And everybody in the database.
Well, of course, who knows what's in the database? That's another subject. I mean, the government can.
I know. That's what the FBI is going to go after. Everybody who's involved, and that's why Tim Turner is like threatening everybody. And everybody just needs to get away from him. Let the dust settle.
Well, is the government going to arrest all the members of the juries?
No, they have not broken the law. But the FBI's made it clear they've hacked our site. They've hacked the site a long time ago. They have all the names. They're watching everyone.
Oh yeah, I mean that's given.
When everything originally started, when I first met Mr. Turner, and I didn't seek him out. He sought me out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he tried to use all my contacts to acquire what he was trying to acquire and then decided he was going to get rid of me. My contacts didn't quite like that. And they're some of the most powerful people in the world. And I don't go against them, period. End of story. And he did, and that's his problem now.
Okay,
He's
what about...
Up against
let me
people in the government.
I'm sorry, repeat that again. I interrupted you there, Richard.
He's up against people more powerful than the government. He's done nothing but make stupid mistakes. And his eagerness to circumvent and his eagerness